Ancient homies, the Phoenicians. Yo, let's rewind way back, like before Netflix and chill was a thing. We're talking about a time when the world was a lot bigger and a lot less connected. We're talking ancient Lebanon, home to the OG seafarers, the Phoenicians. These folks were the ultimate navigators, charting courses across the vast Mediterranean Sea. These guys were the Jeff Bezos of their time, but instead of delivering packages, they delivered culture. They were master traders, dealing in goods, ideas, and innovations. They invented the alphabet, which is pretty much the reason you can read this right now. Imagine a world without written language. No books, no texts, no tweets. Big ups to the Phoenicians for that. They were all about trade, sailing the Mediterranean like it was their personal bathtub. They knew every nook and cranny of the sea. They set up shop all over the place, spreading their culture faster than a viral TikTok challenge. From North Africa to Southern Europe, their influence was everywhere. They established colonies and trading posts, creating a network that connected distant lands. Their ships were like the cargo planes of the ancient world. They even had their own purple dye that was more expensive than Supreme streetwear. This dye, made from the murex snail, was a symbol of royalty and wealth. Yeah, these guys knew how to flex. Their luxury goods were sought after by the elite of many civilizations. So, next time you're rocking an alphabet or rocking some purple, give a nod to the Phoenicians. They started it all. Their legacy is still with us, in ways we often take for granted. Empires and emperors, from Romans to Ottomans, Lebanon's history is a rich tapestry woven with the threads of various civilizations. Like any place with prime real estate, Lebanon has seen its share of rulers. Each empire left its mark, shaping the land and its people in unique ways. Enter the Romans, those toga-wearing, chariot-racing conquerors. They were known for their military prowess and architectural genius. They rolled into town and were like, "We'll take that," making Lebanon part of their vast empire. The Romans were not just conquerors, they were builders. The Romans built some impressive stuff like the temples at Baalbek. These structures were not only grand but also incredibly durable. They're still standing today, proving that Roman concrete was basically indestructible. The engineering marvels of the Romans continue to awe visitors. Centuries later, the Ottomans strolled in with their fezzes and their love of strong coffee. They brought a different flavor to the region, both literally and metaphorically. They ruled for a cool 400 years, leaving their mark on everything from architecture to food. The Ottoman influence is deeply embedded in Lebanese culture. Lebanon became a melting pot of cultures and religions. The blend of Roman and Ottoman legacies created a unique cultural mosaic. Think hummus, but for people. The culinary traditions of Lebanon are a testament to its diverse history. The Ottomans eventually moved on, but their influence is still felt today. From the buildings to the cuisine, their legacy endures. You can't walk down the street without smelling some delicious Turkish coffee. It's a small reminder of the grand history that has shaped Lebanon. Independence Day, sort of, Lebanon finds its feet. Fast forward to the 20th century after World War I. The Ottoman Empire was donezo, and Lebanon was ready for its close-up. France, however, had other plans. They decided Lebanon would be a nice addition to their collection of colonies. It was like that friend who borrows your favorite shirt and never returns it. But the Lebanese people, they're resilient. They fought for their independence, finally kicking the French out in 1943. Champagne bottles were popped, baklava was devoured. Lebanon was officially its own country, with a government and everything. It was a time of hope and optimism. Little did they know things were about to get complicated, because in Lebanon, nothing stays simple for long. Section 4, Civil War Scars, a Nation Divided. Ah, the 1970s. A time of disco balls, bell-bottoms, and a world that seemed to be dancing to a new beat. Disco was booming, bell-bottoms were in, and Lebanon, well, Lebanon had a civil war. While the world was grooving to the tunes of the Bee Gees, Lebanon was grappling with a conflict that would last for 15 grueling years. For 15 long years, different factions battled it out, turning the country into a war zone. The streets of Beirut, once bustling with life, became battlegrounds. Buildings crumbled, and the echoes of gunfire became a haunting soundtrack to daily life. It was a dark chapter in Lebanese history, a time of pain, loss, and division. Families were torn apart, and the sense of community that once held the nation together was shattered. Refugees fled, seeking safety wherever they could find it. The war finally ended in 1990, but the scars remained. The physical destruction was immense, but the emotional and psychological wounds ran even deeper. The country was left to pick up the pieces of a shattered past. The country was in ruins, the economy was shattered, and people were deeply divided. The once thriving economy was now a shadow of its former self, and communities that had lived side by side for generations were now fractured. Rebuilding Lebanon was like putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, but with more political instability and sectarian tension. The road to recovery was fraught with challenges, from political protests to ongoing sectarian clashes. It wasn't easy, and honestly it's still a work in progress. The struggle to rebuild was, and still is, a monumental task. But amidst the rubble and the chaos, there was a glimmer of hope. But the Lebanese people are nothing if not resourceful. They have shown incredible resilience and determination, coming together to rebuild their lives and their communities. They rolled up their sleeves and started rebuilding their lives, their communities, their country. From volunteers rebuilding homes to community projects, the spirit of resilience and unity shines through. The journey is far from over, but the Lebanese people continue to move forward, one step at a time. Section 5: Modern Mayhem, from Party Central to Economic Crisis. After the war, Lebanon tried to find its footing. Beirut, the capital, was like a phoenix rising from the ashes. It became known as the Paris of the Middle East, a glamorous destination for nightlife and luxury. People were partying like it was 1999, trying to forget the dark days of the war. But behind the glitter and champagne, problems were brewing. Corruption, political gridlock, and an economic crisis that hit harder than a Shakira hip shake. Lebanon was facing some serious challenges. The 2019 uprising saw people taking to the streets demanding change. And then, the Beirut port explosion in 2020 happened, a tragedy that shook the nation to its core. Section 6: Culture Club, Food, Music, and that famous Lebanese charm. Despite all the challenges, one thing remains constant: the spirit of the Lebanese people. They are known for their warmth, their hospitality, their ability to find joy even in the darkest of times. And let's not forget the food. Lebanon is a foodie's paradise, with dishes like hummus, tabbouleh, and shawarma that are guaranteed to make your taste buds sing. And the music. From Farouz's haunting melodies to the infectious beats of Nancy Ajram, Lebanese music is as diverse and vibrant as the country itself. So, yeah, Lebanon has its problems, but it also has a whole lot of heart, a rich culture, and a resilience that is truly inspiring. Section 7: Looking ahead, can Lebanon rise again? So, what's next for Lebanon? That's the million-dollar question, and nobody has a crystal ball. The country is at a crossroads, facing economic meltdown, political uncertainty, and a brain drain as young people seek opportunities abroad. But hey, this is Lebanon. They've been through worse and come out stronger on the other side. They have the talent, the drive, and the entrepreneurial spirit to overcome these challenges. The world is watching, hoping that this little country with a big heart can find its way back to prosperity and peace.